Hey everybody, this is John from /Bash, and today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe and ring that notifications bell so you don't miss out on the fun. In our first story, I just wanted to give a choosing beggar some water for his dog. Let's jump right in. I had a virtual group meeting for work today, and after it was over, a few of us hung around to catch up with each other. I was reminded of this encounter during this time. Before telling the story, I want to say that I don't think homeless people are crazy and a blight on society, and I sympathize with their situation. However, anyone who lives or works in an area with a large homeless population understands that there are chill homeless people and unchill homeless people. Before the pandemic occurred and we were all still at the office, I took a train to work. Anyone who's ever worked in a large city knows that there's always a gathering of homeless people by trains and subway stations for the sole purpose of begging for money from the commuters. When I first started taking the train, a coworker told me to not give anyone money because they will always ask for more, and if you don't give them money every time, they will get irritated that you won't give them anything after previously having given them something. So I never did, mainly because I didn't have much money at the time, but also because I wanted to avoid that situation twice a day, 5 days a week. After about a year there, I was heading to pick up lunch for everyone. Once a week, someone went to a local place to grab lunch for everyone. This was my week. When I saw a guy who was asking for water for his dog. I'll admit, I'm a sucker for dogs, and this guy wasn't being rude or anything. Plus, I'd never seen him at the station before. So I picked up a bottle of water to give the guy when I grabbed lunch. He was very appreciative and very nice about it, so I thought, there's my good deed for the week. I even saw him the next day when going home, and he called me water guy and thanked me again, so I wasn't expecting him to start begging for anything. Fast forward a couple of weeks and I start to see him at the train station. I guess he never saw me because I blended in with the crowd, but eventually he started to pick me out. He started to ask me for money, but I turned him down because I honestly never carried cash on me, but he always asked. I thought about getting a few bucks for him, but I decided against it because I was afraid he would always ask me and that the other beggars would see and think I'm open season. One day I'm headed home and waiting on a train that was delayed when I noticed someone was behind me muttering something. I look behind me and it's the guy looking intently at me. A little freaky, but there's literally hundreds of people there, so I figure I'm safe. I did move to another spot, however. At this point, I'm thinking of getting an Uber because the train is really delayed at this point, when I noticed he's looking at me again. Next thing I know, he comes walking up to me and tells me, not asks, tells me to go to the ATM with him right now. I of course say no, and I'm getting ready to straight up bolt out of there when he starts yelling at me that I need to give him money. I don't remember everything he said, but I remember he was yelling that I owe him money because I make office witch boy money. That phrase I do remember because of how funny it is in hindsight. My fight or flight instincts are kicking in big time at this point, and I decide on flight. This guy is coming across as unstable, and I really didn't want to be known as the guy who fights homeless people. So I start to walk away when he grabs me. And before I could do anything, this old lady starts yelling at him to let me go in this high-pitched, shrieking voice, which startles him and lets me break his grip. He notices everyone is staring at him and he just leaves. I don't see this guy for a little bit, but one day he's there at the station again and comes walking up to me apologizing, saying he was really hungry and tired and wasn't himself. I forgive him just so I can try to walk away when he looks at me and says, "Hey water guy, can you get me some money?" Now that I type this out, for the first time, I'm wondering why I never saw his dog after that first encounter. Story 2. How I lost my best friend of 16 years. This event happened 3 years ago. I used to live 10 minutes away from my best friend. I didn't have my license, but I did have a job. My best friend was living at their parents'. She didn't pay any rent or expenses. She had a car that her parents bought them. My best friend would drive over to my house all the time. Then I moved a further 10 minutes away. This meant I was now a 20-minute drive from her house. In 6 months after I moved, she never visited me once. She kept telling me to catch the bus to hers since I catch the bus to work. It's a fair point, but there was no easy bus route and it would end up taking me an hour to get there. Obviously, I could have made this effort, but they also could have made the effort to drive over to me. Anyways, it gets to my birthday and she says, "It's your birthday. I want to come see you." I said, "Okay, I'm looking forward to it." Then she said, "I will need fuel money." I was never going to pay, but I was curious, so I asked, "How much?" And they said $10. Now I know that isn't a lot of money, but I only made $80 a week, so for me it was a lot. The begging part comes in when I rejected her request, and she started going off. "All I want is to see my best friend for her birthday. You're being so selfish. I am offering to take you out for your birthday and you won't even let me see you." I thought there was a misunderstanding. I said, "Oh, do you mean you need $10 for us to go out?" And she said, "No, the $10 is for me to drive to you. I will obviously pay to take you out because it's your birthday." "I'm not paying you $10 to come visit me. You're making it sound like I have to pay you to hang out with me." "No, but you should pay for my fuel for the drive. I only live an extra 10 minutes away." She said, "No, it's actually 12 minutes. To cut the story short, she continued to go off about how selfish I was that I wouldn't even let her come see me on my birthday. She then blocked me. Funnily enough, later she unblocked me and asked if I was ready to go apologize for my selfishness. When I said no, she blocked me again. In story 3, a choosing beggar can really make an artist struggle. So I recently started doing commissions. My unique selling point is that I will draw, paint, and color your Roblox avatar using a medium of your choice and will ship you the OG copy for around $15. Price varies depending on the medium. I do it from my Instagram and Roblox chat. After I started gaining traction, it took all of a week for the choosing beggars to come. So Karen comes into my DMs with a pic of her son's avatar. Pretty generic, all the cartoony outline items. That is fine as it makes things easier for me. Our conversation is as follows. "Hi, I love your son's avatar. What medium would you prefer? You can see all the options in my highlighted story." I like the markers, referring to alcohol markers, which is my most popular choice. "Okay. Would you like it to be in this exact pose or would you like something different? If something different, please describe what." "That pose is fine." "Okay, it will take about a week to finish. I will have it packaged and shipped to you as soon as possible. Is there anything else you would like? I have other Roblox products you might be interested in." "No, just the picture. Is there any way you can get it done faster?" "I could put it to the front of the queue before my other orders for an extra $1. Markers are slightly more expensive by like $2 because the markers themselves are not cheap." "Oh, okay, never mind. Is there any way I can get a discount? It is a very special occasion." "No, I don't do discounts unless they are a friend or relative." "Please?" "No, that is my policy. What is the address you would like it sent to? Is it a birthday? I could add a card for no additional charge." "Look, if you don't want to give me a discount, I won't buy it." "Oh, okay. I will cancel the order then." "No, I need this. Just give me a discount." "Ma'am, please understand. I can't afford to give discounts willy-nilly." "Fine. Cancel the order. Your art is trash anyway. Buy which." I couldn't make this stuff up if I tried. This is John from /bash. Please hit that like button to help with the mighty YouTube algorithm and subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.